Hi everyone, today is October 13th, 2022, which means that tomorrow I will be 19. I promised myself last year that I would continue this series, and so here we are. Thank you to those who are returning from last year. Hello to those who are joining me this year, and now this is 19 things I've learned in 19 years. 1. Delegating is your best friend. You don't have to do it all by yourself. You can reach out to others for help. This past year, I often found myself overwhelming my plate with a bunch of tasks. But when I asked for help or delegated amongst a team, it would ease my stress. It was only after delegating that I could continue to enjoy my work while also putting my best effort forward. 2. People will come and go, friends and acquaintances included. Growing up to me was defined by learning to be okay and accepting that people will come and go in your life, and this process will only lead you to spend more time with people who are right for you. As time passes, you grow and change, and the people around you do the same. Sometimes that means you may grow apart, and that's okay. 3. When you can, try and take some time to get out of the city. Often we get tied up in our busy schedules and forget to take care of ourselves. This past year, I took an RV trip with my family and I found it so refreshing. Just being out in nature and being away from our phones really reminded us of what really is important. 4. Every once in a while, try and take a step outside of your comfort zone and just go for it. At the start of university, I made a promise to myself that every year I would try something new, whether that's joining a new club, a new community, or immersing myself in a new experience. Because of this, I found myself living the most fulfilling and exciting life. And this could mean different things for different people, but it's about taking those steps and taking those initiatives to find out what fulfilling means for you. 5. All good things come to an end. There comes many times in life where you have to choose between certain things to put your time and effort into in order to prioritize yourself, your needs, and your wants. This can be a very difficult decision to make, but ultimately this helps you clarify what your end goals are and what you're working towards. 6. Try and take up a new hobby, a new activity, a new sport once in a while. Often we get too comfortable in our little safe zone, but I learned that this year that challenging yourself and trying new things is exciting. It pushes you to do more than you think you're capable of, to be better, and to grow. 7. Learning how to enjoy my own company has been one of the most rewarding experiences this year. I used to be someone who couldn't do anything by themselves, as I was scared to approach a situation on my own. But this year I had a change in mindset, and so can you. 8. Being a student at UBC has honestly been one of the greatest joys of my life, and I am so very grateful to have the opportunity to go to school there every day. This past year, I've realized what a wonderful community there is at UBC, and I am truly grateful to have the privilege to study there and to meet the people I have met and to simply experience the positive environment that UBC has to offer. It's the various clubs that I see as I walk down East Mall on Imagine Day. It's the profs that make you excited to go to class, and it's the students who walk around campus with beaming smiles and energy that makes coming to school a dream. 9. Read the instructions, read the manual, read the how-tos. Seriously, they save you a lot of time and stress, and I say this in regards to when course registration comes around. 10. Okay, but did you know that you could go to these following places on your birthday and get something for free or at a discount? Starbucks, Cha Time, Cardam's Donuts, The Keg, Denny's, Dairy Queen, The Body Shop, Sephora, and many other places. So make sure you head to these places to get your freebies on your birthday. 11. There is a community for each and every one of you, and I truly believe that everyone is meant to find that community, because I feel like once you find your people, it'll be the place where you flourish, grow, and make lifelong friends. And this is where I shout out my friends at Vancouver Pops Choir, and of course my girls at Alpha Gamma Delta, and my most recent friends who I know will be there to cheer me on, especially for my music endeavors. My UVC acapella girls in Fermata. 12. Concerts are a blast, and I know this might be an obvious statement, but this year getting the chance to see Conan Gray and Giveon live, and later I'll get to see Blackpink with Burley and Janessa, was one of my core memories. I think it's such a key example of how music can bring people together, because in those few hours you just devote your energy to being present in the moment and enjoying the live music that we are so lucky to experience. 13. I love food. I love trying new foods. I love making food, which is new, cooking myself or learning from others, and I love how food, again, can also bring people together. Something as simple and plain as sharing a yummy dish or a yummy dessert, I think, is honestly a core bonding experience. 14. Drink water. Drink lots of water. And this may be the most basic thing to say, but I swear by this, it's just good for you, and it's not a difficult thing to do. Have a water bottle on you at all times and just stay hydrated, because it's just good for your health. 15. Planning, hosting, and executing any sort of gathering or dinner party is a lot of work. The prepping you need to do, the shopping for food, the cleaning. It wasn't until this year where I hosted some gatherings of my own and helped with the cooking of another dinner party that I realized how much work and effort is involved. I now have so much more gratitude for my mom, who over my sister and I's lifetime has hosted more birthdays and holiday gatherings than I can count. I'm also so grateful for my aunts and my uncles, my family and friends who dedicate a day's worth of time to make sure we have a good time at their gatherings. 16. Slotting time out of your day or your week for you to just recharge, settle down, and to check in with yourself is important in keeping up with your well-being. Many times throughout this past year, I caught myself overwhelmed with plans and by what I had voluntarily put on my plate, so I was easily getting burnt out. It's important to learn how to say no sometimes and to set boundaries with people, because you are worth more than just mindlessly giving yourself away to others. 17. Life can get stressful sometimes, and I think we all know that. But what I've learned to help cope with that is to acknowledge that I will get whatever I need to get done. And instead of spending time stressing about it, I just do it. 18. I've struggled with acne since I was in elementary school, and it has been an ongoing battle of mine. But coming to terms with the fact that acne is something that is totally normal and will go away with time and age was difficult for me to accept. But eventually, I did accept it. And what I did learn over time was that I felt the most confident and the most beautiful when I acknowledged that it did not define who I was, and that I was beautiful regardless of how many blemishes I had that day. 19. I believe that there are core memories in life that just make you feel like you're living in a movie, and these moments you should cherish and keep close to you forever. I was lucky enough to capture them myself, but some are just better kept in your memories and close to your heart. And that concludes my 19 things I learned in 19 years video. Thank you so much for joining me on this very special day of mine. And like last year, I hope this video encourages you to reflect on your past year, because I think we all deserve that time to acknowledge what we've done and accomplished in our lifetime. Okay,